going on, everybody? It's Faye Dating Coach Elliot Scott, and as you can see by the title below, we're going to talk about how to make a guy feel completely dumb, regret pulling away, and hopefully come back so you can be like, nah, bro, take a hike, okay? I know I make a lot of videos about this topic, but there is a lot to uncover. There is a lot of psychology to it, and that's kind of what I want to go over today. So let's jump right into it. The first thing I want to, ladies, I will be blue in the face saying this. I will say it over and over again. It's a very, very, very true concept that I think a lot of people need to accept and understand. And that's the fact that dating is a game. And when you're courting each other, talking to each other, everything previous or prior to a relationship is all a negotiation of boundaries and standards and this and that and all the structure, all that type of stuff, okay? So when you're talking to a guy and things were going well and all of a sudden it hits, shit hits the fan and he starts pulling away or acting different despite things were going well, okay, and you want him to return, you have to win the breakup. Again, it's all negotiation. The reason I wanted to make this video is because I wanted you to see it from his perspective. A lot of my followers, viewers, clients want to know what men are thinking. That's what I'm about to let you know, okay? So it's important to realize that when a man decides to pull away, and this sounds like common sense, but I really need to say it. When a man pulls away, I always believe there's a couple of reasons for why he does it. It's one of those like this or that type of things. The first thing is he's feeling the pressure of the relationship, meaning I could like you, things are going well, but I'm unsure about the relationship. I don't really know where it's going, but if I keep acting like everything's okay, right? When it's not, in terms of my mind at least, then I'm going to freak out and eventually pull away anyway, okay? He doesn't want to feel that pressure. It's to avoid pressure. The other reason is where the man has the narrative that he can do this stuff, that he can pull away, check out what else is, lurking around the corners, the dating apps. Ladies, I can't tell you how many clients come to me where guys are not 100% committed to whatever the hell it is that they have, right? Like these guys are still lurking around and still seeing what else is out there. But if you're going to give him all this evidence that you'll take him back no matter what, or that you're only talking to him and that you care so much about him, he's going to take advantage of that. So the reason I'm explaining all this is when I talk about winning the breakup, ladies, you have to eliminate those two factors. Number one, the factor being him feeling that pressure. You need to act as if you don't really give a shit about the outcome if he comes and goes or this or that, because then he's going to reflect on it and be like, wait a second, like what's going on here? I thought she was really digging me, blah, blah, blah. Secondly, you have to, the other thing, him having the evidence that he can come and go as he pleases, or, he's reducing he feels like it's not really a risk to take the chance to, take you for granted and see what else is out there and do this and do that, like minimal texting and initiating and effort and stuff like that. Like you have to show that you're not just going to let him back in. And the best way to do that, again, winning the breakup, the best way to do those two things is to truly be done with him, to act like you don't give a shit, to pull away. Ladies, even if you don't get the results that you want doing this, meaning, well, Elliot, I don't even know if he'll come back. Elliot, I feel like he's actually done. It's been 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 2 months, and he hasn't heard from me. I don't care. Without structure, there's chaos. You still need to do what is asked of you. And from a Mother Nature perspective, which is, ladies, now don't hold me to this literally. I'm sure someone can find a species or something like that, but a majority of species, when it comes to the woman doesn't sit around waiting for a broken man or for a man who is emotionally unavailable or a man who is unsure to come back around and realize his ways. That does not happen with a lion and a lioness. She'd be like, if a lion came by with a wounded leg and that shit torn up and a chunk taken out of it, she's like, I'm not mating with you. Get out of here. You can't protect me. If another guy comes along, or hyenas come in their fucking pack or group, like, get the fucking, like, it's not gonna happen. Like, and it's no different with us. Women get in the situations they're in because they don't look at dating as a game, as a negotiation, that everything you do and allow or don't allow is all a way of negotiating value. Ladies, if a guy is breaking up with you, he has a narrative in his head that he believes the decision he is making is better than what the current situation he is in. And if that comes out to be true, okay, it's not looking good for you. So what you have to do is your part. Again, you can't control everything, but what you have to do is control your part, which is show that, hey, I'm not really affected by this as much. Hey, you know what? It's probably for the best. You're right. And of course, show him that you're not just going to let him back in, or that you're unfazed by all this. If you do that, at least you eliminate a good portion of the evidence in his mind, or his mindset, where he can go and come and go as he pleases, that he has as much power as he doesn't have as much power as he thinks he has, and stuff like that. So now the only variable that we're waiting for after that is him going out, doing his, I'm not saying you're allowing a guy, we're just talking about a guy who's pulling away, like, you don't really have a choice, so you got to do your part. So the only variable now is a guy kind of like pulling away, doing his thing out there, seeing what's out there, and he finds out, oh shit, all these women are not what I thought. These women are not letting me hit it, or these women are crazy, or this or that, or picking other guys, or dating's harder than I thought, or it's not what I thought it was, out here. And then he starts to reflect and think about you. Ladies, I used to be that guy. Kind of am still in a way. Like every guy is kind of like that. But what I mean by this is, I used to be the guy who's like, see you later, I'm going to go do my own thing, I'm not ready for a relationship. And I used to be the guy who's like, oh no, please, 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 I love you, I love you, I love you. Like that kind of stuff. Like, I'll do anything to make this work. I've been on both sides and everything in between. That's why I know what I know. And let me tell you something that is consistent. No matter what side I'm on, I check in on the girl. I see what she's doing. I'm wondering what's going on. I'm wondering who she's talking to. I creep on her pages. And stuff. Well, I don't really do any of that stuff anymore, but I did. I remember when Facebook first came out, not first, but maybe like 8, 9, 10, 11. I was, there was a girl I was crazy about. And I was checking her shit all the time, man. I was heartbroken, whatever. She was the first love of my life, right? But I was checking that shit. And then there's girls where I was like, I'm the one who left, but I was still checking in, because there's going to be days where he's sitting there on a Saturday night lonely. There's going to be times where he's fucking sitting on a toilet, or the train, or at work, or at the back of a taxi, whatever. And he's going to wonder what you're doing. And he's going to check in on you. And if he looks and sees that you're mopey, and that you're posting these fucking pictures and love quotes and shit, like these sad, depressing quotes, like, get that shit out of here. He knows, okay, cool. I don't have to really do anything because she's still moping. If I come back around, like, I'm back in. And I know a lot of women might think, well, that's what I want. I want him to come back, Elliot. I want him I don't want to close the door on him. And I'm not telling you to close the door. I'm telling you just to have some type of structure so he can't come and go as he pleases. There's nothing wrong with having a door and putting a lock on it, right? You got to put a lock on the door. You just can't let a guy come in and out. That's not okay, ladies. So if you can get anything out of this video, understand that men are always playing the game. Whether he loves you, whether he's, now of course it's a lot less, but whether he loves you or he's unsure and he's pulling away and everything in between, everything you guys do and say prior to a relationship is all a negotiation of boundaries, standards, and structure. He's going to try to get away with shit if you let him. Men are very resourceful. They're going to try to get away with it. Now, if you want more on this, if you want more information on your specific situation, please get a session with me. Link is down below. I love these type of things. I love going into great detail on your guy, his psychology, things you probably have never thought of. I hear it all the time where women say, or my clients would be like, I never thought of it or seen it from that perspective. Well, yeah, because I know a lot more than I let off in these videos, okay? This is just more generalized, but if I have your situation in front of me, we can break it down. So if you want that, or you want my guides that go into all the details on all the things I teach in my videos, links down below. Please, I love you all. Take care and peace.